Hello, I'm Chimilia and this is KiniNews. Umno held its Supreme Council meeting last night, with many familiar faces present. However, someone unexpected showed up, Rosmah Mansor.
Rosmah Mansor, the wife of former Prime Minister Najib made a surprise appearance at the Umno Supreme Council meeting last night. She was believed to have met Umno President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, who is also the Deputy Prime Minister. Rosmah arrived at Menara Dato' On in Kuala Lumpur at about 8 p.m, accompanied by a woman believed to be her officer. Media personnel were prevented from interviewing her. Rosmah's officer also did not allow the media to take pictures of her.
So what was Rosmah doing at the Umno headquarters? According to someone close to her, she was there to meet Zahid briefly, and the meeting was not about her court case or Najib's judicial review.
Rosmah Mansor's presence at the Umno headquarters in Kuala Lumpur during the party's Supreme Council meeting last night has set tongues wagging. However, a former aide to Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, who is now close to Rosmah, clarified that the latter had wanted to meet with Umno President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi. In a Facebook post today, Rahim said many cooked up stories that Rosmah joined the meeting, but she was there to only meet Zahid and not to make any dealings with the Supreme Council. Rosmah, who is the wife of former Premier Najib shared a posting on her Facebook implying that is the true story. Meanwhile, Rahim claimed the meeting with Zahid lasted about 10 minutes and Rosmah had exited the building through the underground car park, so nobody saw her leave. The former aide added that she was only there for a few minutes, not hours, when speculation sparked among the public after receiving news of Rosmah's surprise appearance at the Umno headquarters. Malaysiakini understands that the meeting with Zahid was not related to her case or Najib's upcoming judicial review on the SRC International case next month.
During the Umno Supreme Council meeting, the party decided to sack 3 division leaders, including Zahid's critic Anwar Musa.
Former Kedah Umno Division Chief Anwar Musa was sacked from Umno by the party's Supreme Council last night. Following this, Anwar posted a somewhat cryptic message this morning, saying that he now can only watch his house burn from the outside. Anwar hinted that he had been trying to save Umno from destruction, but was instead pulled out of the fight. The posting was made hours after the Umno Supreme Council had a meeting last night. During the meeting, they reportedly decided to sack Anwar and 2 other Umno divisional leaders from the party. According to Umno Supreme Council member Puad Zarkashi, the 3 were sacked because they had criticized the party and campaigned for a rival party during the recent general election. It was learned that the 2 others were the Wanita chiefs for Arau and Maran Umno divisions. Anwar was known as a strong critic of Umno President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi.
Umno's Abdul Rahim is a free man now after the High Court acquitted him of corruption and money laundering charges.
Baling MP Abdul Rahim has been acquitted from 3 corruption and 6 money laundering charges linked to road projects in Perak and Kedah. The decision was made as the court allowed Azeez's application for acquittal from all the charges, which was not challenged by the prosecution. The Kuala Lumpur High Court Azhar Abdul Hamid said as there was no objection from the prosecution, the application notice was allowed and the accused was hereby discharged and acquitted from all the charges. On September 23rd, Azeez was given a discharge not amounting to an acquittal by the Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court. The Sessions Court's ruling was made after a request by Deputy Public Prosecutor Aslinda Ahad for DNAA following a representation submitted by Azeez. Azeez was previously charged with 3 counts of accepting bribes of 5.2 million ringgit in relation to road projects in Kedah and Perak and 6 counts of money laundering.
Anwar already has his cabinet, and very soon his ministers will be getting their respective deputies.
Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim is expected to have an audience with the Yang di-Pertuan Agong later today to present his list of deputy ministers. This is according to a Pakatan Harapan source close to Anwar. Asked whether this will be followed by a swearing-in ceremony for the deputy ministers, the source said it would be held either tomorrow or the day after. However, the source claimed he was in the dark as to who is on the list and how many positions each party will get, citing that Anwar had been quite secretive about it. It was suggested that many parties had been lobbying for deputy minister posts, hence why the premier kept the list to a very small circle. Yesterday, Berita Harian quoted sources reporting that at least 35 names were being considered for deputy minister positions. They include MPs from Harapan, BN, GPS, GRS, Warisan, and several other parties that support the new Anwar-led government. The number of deputy ministers would also be limited to only one per ministry, according to the report, with exception given to merged portfolios under Anwar's new cabinet.
MACC will be focusing its investigation on 92.5 billion ringgit allegedly misappropriated by the previous administration and not the 600 billion ringgit previously reported.
MACC's initial probe on the alleged misappropriation of 600 billion ringgit in funds by the previous administration has found that only 92.5 billion ringgit came from government sources. As such, the Graph Busters in a statement today said it will focus on investigating the smaller amounts, contrary to initial reports lodged. It said initial investigations found that the total estimated allocation amounted to 530 billion ringgit. Based on the amount, 92.5 billion ringgit involved government funds while the remaining 437.5 billion ringgit did not. MACC added that the Finance Ministry is in the process of detailing the breakdown of funds and will be submitting it to the Graph Buster next week. The MACC also revealed the funds were spent as part of economic incentive packages in 2020 and 2021 in relation to the management of the COVID-19 pandemic. Online portal The Vibes previously reported that the MACC, as part of its probe, is expected to call up Muhyiddin Yassin, Tengku Zafrul, Tengku Abdul Azeez, and Khairi Jamaluddin. Muhyiddin had previously denied the allegations of misappropriation and declared his readiness to face any investigations. Similarly, Zafrul yesterday said he has nothing to hide and will cooperate with the MACC if summoned.
We know who the government MPs are, but who will sit as the leader of the opposition in Parliament? According to PN, they already have a name.
Perikatan Nasional has decided on a candidate for the position of opposition chief. This was revealed by Tuan Ibrahim Tuan Man. The past deputy president reportedly said the name will be announced before the Dewan Rakyat starts sitting this December 19th. However, he declined to reveal who was picked for the job. Berita Harian also quoted Bachok MP Shahir Sulaiman as saying that past President Abdul Hadi Awang was among those who nominated the candidate. Shahir is also the political secretary to Hadi. The Daily also speculated that it was Tuan Ibrahim who was picked.
And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to Malaysiakini.com. I'm Kimilia. Thanks for watching.